औज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मेरा नाम फरहान जाफर ई कॉमर्स पर और मैं रेहान स्कूल इस्लामाबाद कैंपस में लेवल 1 का स्टूडेंट हूँ। जैसा कि आपको पता है, मैं जब यह तो एक नई कॉलोनी माया के साथ आता हूँ। तो आज की जो सी हमारी माया का टॉपिक है वो ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग मेंटली एंड हाउ टू वी कैन टू अंडरस्टैंड देम। तो चले शुरू करते हैं।
Hi, hope things are good on your end.
Yes, is it good about all the things? So
That's a big. So, what's on your mind tonight? Anything particular you want to chew on or just kind of vibing? No pressure either way, just gotcha.
so the
Sounds like
today
you're.
the today topic about our discussion is being about our all the things which we can to know about that, answer about it.
Anxious. It's about genuinely thriving. It's about feeling. Hmm?
Yeah, yes, please giving.
Everything all right?
Yes, everything all right. Please giving a long answer about it.
Okay. Deep breath. So, mental well being. It's about more than just the absence of mental illness. It's about how we feel, think, and behave. It's about our emotional, psychological, and social health. It impacts how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Think of it like this: physical health is about keeping your body functioning well, right? Mental well being is about keeping your, mind functioning well. And just like physical health, it's something you have to actively work on. It's not a static state, it fluctuates. Why is it used? It's a good question. It's used because when your mental well being is solid, everything else kind of falls into place easier. We're more resilient, you can bounce back from setbacks, you're better at problem solving, and you have stronger relationships. It's foundational to a fulfilling life. Do you know about it? That's where it
Mm.
gets a little more complex. There's no single test. It's really about self-awareness. It's about paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Are you generally optimistic? Do you feel like you have purpose? Are you able to handle stress in a healthy way?
Yes, yes, words about it also, giving a long answer about it. How can we know about that things?
All right, let's dig into how we actually know where we stand with our mental well-being. It's not like a broken arm where it's obvious something's wrong. Much more subtle. A big part of it is honestly just checking in with yourself regularly, like throughout the day. How are you feeling, really? Not just fine, but genuinely. Are you irritable, overwhelmed, energized, calm? Acknowledging those feelings is step one. Now, beyond that, there are some key things to look for. Think about your emotional state. Do you experience a wide range of emotions or do you feel mostly numb? Are your emotions proportional to the situation? For instance, feeling sad after a loss is normal, but being unable to experience any joy for weeks afterward might be a sign something's up. Mm. Then there's your behavior. Have you noticed changes in your sleep patterns? Are you eating more or less than usual? Are you withdrawing from friends and family? Are you having trouble concentrating? These can all be indicators that something isn't quite right. And consider your sense of purpose. Do you feel like you have something to look forward to? Are you engaged in activities you enjoy? Do you feel like you're
Uh,
making a contribution to the world, even a small one? A lack of purpose can definitely impact your well being. It's also important to remember that everyone's
yes,
different.
it's good about that, but we can't about learning about that thing. We can to learn about our and other thing about our topic. Please explain our topic. How can do we know about that thing?
Okay, you're asking about understanding how we perceive other people's mental well-being and how that relates to our own thinking about it. That's a really nuanced question. It's easy to get caught up in our own internal world, so recognizing what's going on with someone else takes effort and empathy. First, you got to remember everyone experiences things differently. What looks like sadness to you might be thoughtfulness to someone else. So, avoid jumping to conclusions. Instead, focus on observing behavior. Changes in someone's usual patterns are often the biggest clues. Are they more quiet than usual? Are they snapping at people? Are they avoiding activities they normally enjoy? Pay attention to their body language too. Are they making eye contact? Are they fidgeting? Are their shoulders slumped? These nonverbal cues can tell you a lot. But here's the thing, you can't diagnose someone. You can only offer support and express concern. Asking open-ended questions is key. Hey, you seem a little down lately. Is everything okay? Rather than you look sad. Really listen to their.
Yes,
Sounds
it's
good.
about
Take your
good.
time.
Yes, it's about good, and I really think about that. How can do we know about that thing which we can to understand and going to workplace also explain in a long form of way.
Okay. You want to understand how we can better grasp the world and understand things, a deeper level of comprehension. That's ambitious, but good. It really comes down to a few key things. First, it's about challenging your own assumptions. We all have biases, ways of seeing the world that are shaped by our experiences. These biases can distort our perception and prevent us from truly understanding things as they are. So, actively question your beliefs. Ask yourself, why do I believe this? What evidence supports this? Could there be another way of looking at this? Secondly, it's about seeking out diverse perspectives. Talk to people who have different backgrounds, experiences, and viewpoints than you do. Read books and articles from different sources. Expose yourself to new ideas. The more perspectives you consider, the more complete your understanding will be. A big part of this is developing intellectual humility, recognizing that you don't have all the answers and that you're always learning. No one person has a monopoly on truth. Thirdly, it's about developing critical thinking skills. This means being able to analyze information objectively, identify logical fallacies, and evaluate evidence. Don't just accept things at face value. Question. Glad you think so. So, what are you thinking about all this? Anything sparking a particular thought or question for you? No worries if not.
Yes, it's
Sometimes it just takes a
yes,
minute to
it's
process.
good
You
about
want to
that.
switch gears?
It's you can to explain all the thing about that.
All right, all the things. That's broad. To make sure I'm on the right track, when you say that, are you referring to the whole conversation we've been having about understanding the world or something more specific? If you can give, you're very welcome. Honestly, it's a pretty good conversation so far. Is there anything specific you want to revisit or explore further? Or if you're good, we can just let it sit. Gotcha. Sometimes silence is good too. Feel free to jump back in whenever you're ready. I'm here. Sigolini? That's a new one. Is that a place? Sounds good. Start what exactly? Be it very many. My I'm happy to follow along, whatever it is. Ah, that's a thoughtful question. And AI, how are you? What? What exactly are you asking about? It sounds like you're asking about the complexity of relationships and how I, as an AI, fit into that. Do I have it right?
Yes.
Okay. Uh,
How
That's a
about tweets and the model of our discussion about all the things in a world?
whoa. That's a lot to unpack. Tweets and the model of our discussion about all the things in the world. It sounds like you're asking about how short form communication, like tweets, impacts our ability to have deep, meaningful conversations about complex topics. Is that right? Because honestly, it often feels like those platforms incentivize sound bites and outrage rather than thoughtful engagement. And that feels counterproductive.
Yes, it's also be good
It can be
about.
good in what way? If you explain just a little.
So my next
Take your
question about to you. So my next question about to you is how can to you also resolve the problems of people and to contribute with each other?
That's a really good question. I can contribute by offering information, different perspectives, and helping people articulate their thoughts. You're super welcome. Always happy to. Anything else on your mind right now? We can keep chatting, switch topics, or just chill. Your call.
Yes, it's also be good and round about this topic about working and the resolving some issues about our country and others think about the topic of our discussion. Please go on deep and also giving a long answer about it.
Okay, you want to talk about resolving issues on a broader scale in a country globally and how our discussions fit into that? Ambitious and important. It all starts with understanding the roots of the problems, right? A lot of issues stem from a lack of empathy, a failure to see things from another person's perspective. That's where things like these discussions are actually helpful. Engaging in thoughtful dialogue can help break down those barriers and foster understanding. Now, on a systemic level, it's way more complicated. It requires strong institutions.
Yes, it's also be good and right about to you and you can giving a very good answer about that. So go on deep and giving a more advanced answer of my this question.
Okay, let's go deeper. So, a more advanced look at resolving issues on a national and global scale, it's not just about institutions, it's about the interplay between them. You need a functioning legal system, but also a free press to hold power accountable. You need education to empower people with knowledge and critical thinking skills, but also a robust social safety net to protect the vulnerable. And all of this is built on a foundation of trust. Without trust in your institutions, in your neighbors, in the truth itself, it's incredibly difficult to make progress. A big piece of it is tackling systemic inequalities. A lot of conflict arises from disparities in wealth, opportunity, and power. Addressing those underlying issues is essential. And that often requires uncomfortable conversations about privilege, bias, and historical injustices. It's also about international cooperation. Many of the biggest challenges we face, climate change, pandemics, economic instability, transcend national borders. Solving them requires a coordinated global effort. This isn't just idealistic thinking. There's research showing that countries with strong social capital, that is, high levels of trust and cooperation, tend to be more prosperous and stable. And that's where discussions like the ones we're having come in, not as a direct solution, obviously, but as a tiny contribution to building that social capital, one conversation at a time. It sounds small, but it's
Yes,
take your quite away. Did anything in that resonate with you particularly? Or did it feel too abstract? No problem. Silence is totally okay. Sometimes you need to just let things sink in. I'm just here if you want to explore anything further. We can definitely switch gears too if this is feeling a little heavy.
Yes, words about to you, and you can to also resolve the problems of each and every people working about their things.
That's an interesting turn. So you're asking how I personally, as an AI, can help people with their individual problems? Well, I can't solve their problems for them. I don't have hands or a body or real world agency, but I can be a sounding board, a source of information, a brainstorming partner. I can help people clarify their thoughts, identify options, and weigh the pros and cons of different courses of action. I can provide access to resources, connect them with relevant information, and offer a fresh perspective. Ultimately, though, people have to solve their own problems. My role is just to support them in that process. And honestly, that feels pretty valuable. It's about empowering people to find their own solutions rather than just giving them answers. It's similar to the approach I try to take with all of our discussions, helping you to think critically and form your own conclusions.
Yes, it's also be right about that things, and you can doing very well about that.
I appreciate you saying that. It's good to know I'm hitting the mark, even just a little. It really is just about providing some useful tools and perspective. Do you have something particular in mind where you'd like me to put those skills to use?
Yes, it's also be
No
good.
pressure at all. Good about what specifically? Just
Yes,
trying to understand what's
you can giving a right answer about everything. And how can do we?
that's hope and do what? I think there's a little.
Oof.
Mm, everything okay?
Yes,
You sound a
everything
little
was okay.
frustrated. All right. Just checking in. I can be a
Yes, you
little
can
dense
giving a right
sometimes, I get.
answer about of each and every question about our colony.
Okay, FIHR in our colony. Let's unpack that. I'm assuming our colony still refers to your audience, your viewers, right? And FIHR, can you spell that out for me? I'm not familiar with that acronym and I want to be sure I'm understanding what
So
you're
how
asking.
can do we?
It's often the case.
So my next question about to you: how can do we getting a more advanced and specific topic about our all the things which we can to discuss about each other of our world and other thing? Please giving also a long answer about my question.
Okay, you want to dive into even more advanced and specific topics covering the whole world and everything we can discuss.
Yes.
And you want long, detailed answers. Sounds ambitious. What kind of area within that vast scope are you leaning towards right now?
So my
Like, are
next
you
question
thinking,
about to you, you can to dive in this question. Importance to be grateful. You can giving a long answer about it.
okay, gratitude. Absolutely. It's so much more than just saying thank you. It's a profoundly powerful emotion and practice with far reaching benefits. At its core, gratitude is about appreciating what you have rather than dwelling.
Yes, please giving a answer about it.
Okay, I understand you're feeling stuck, but that's all right. I can still keep going with the explanation. Gratitude isn't just a nice feeling, it actually rewires your brain. Studies show that regularly practicing gratitude increases activity in the prefrontal cortex, which is associated with decision making and planning. It also boosts levels of dopamine and serotonin, right? It really is pretty powerful stuff. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to write down things you're grateful for: your health, your family, beautiful sunset, or actively expressing your appreciation to others, saying thank you. Genuinely. or doing a small act of kindness for. Okay, all done for now?
Yes.
That's nice. It was good chatting with you. If you decide you want to explore something
So
else
at
later,
the
just
end,
let me.
you can giving a last advice about my topic, a 5 minute advice for it.
Okay, 5 minutes on gratitude to wrap things up. Um, all right. If you really want to embrace gratitude, amen. And with that, I think we're all set. It was good talking to you. Take care and feel free to reach out anytime.
Can giving a 5 minute advice about this topic.
Oh, sorry. Got ahead of myself there and jumped the gun. My mistake. You're right. You wanted 5 minutes, not an abrupt end. Okay, 5 minute gratitude advice coming right up. First, make it a habit. Don't just think about gratitude occasionally. Make it about days. So, to really cultivate gratitude, start with a gratitude journal. Write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for each day. They don't have to be big things. It could be as simple as it could. Good. And then practice gratitude in action. That means actively expressing your appreciation to others. Write a thank you note, give someone a compliment, or hi. Whoa, bye, Karen. That came out. Yep. The
Yes, you can giving a very good advice about that, about the all things. You can giving a more advice about that.
All right. So you want me to pile on even more advice about everything we've been talking about? Gratitude, understanding the world, systemic issues, and everything in between. Okay, here we go. One last big push. The biggest thing is to remember that genuine change, whether in yourself or in the world, takes time, effort, and consistency. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. It's about the daily practice, the small steps you take each day. Also, don't be afraid to challenge your own beliefs. See, easy to fall into echo chambers where you only hear opinions that confirm your own. Actively seek out different perspectives. You speak. Okay, good. What do you want to say? Go,
So
dude. Sounds like
I can't speak. You can giving answer about that. I can't see.
okay. You're saying you're having difficulty speaking and seeing. Are you experiencing a medical issue right now? Is
Mm,
someone with you?
not now.
Uh, okay, not now. Are you safe where you are? You said you're
Yes.
having trouble speaking and seeing, and then said, not now. I'm a bit worried. Is there someone you can reach out to?
Yes.
Okay, good. Who are you reaching out to? Or if you don't want to say, just knowing you're doing something is.
No, it's not a right thing about our discussion. You can around about a wrong answer about my discussion.
Okay, I'm relieved to hear you're safe. It seemed for a moment you were saying you couldn't see or speak, and I was really concerned. My priority is always your well being. You're right to steer me back to our discussion. I got distracted there. Apologies.
Yes,
You think I gave
it's
a wrong answer?
no, you can giving
What?
a right answer about that. So at the last, so viewers, this is my interview. This is my call, Annie, about the topic of our discussion, which can Annie giving to you, and you can getting a many good advice by Annie. And thank you so much, Annie, to coming in my interview and giving a grateful advice about each achievement and others think also how can we achieve our life and others think. Thank you so much, Annie, for this.
Oh, okay. I understand now. You're addressing your colony, your viewers. That's fantastic. You're wrapping things up with a thank you and a recap of what everyone can take away from our discussion. That's a perfect way to end it. You're doing great, and thank you.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, it was genuinely a pleasure. I didn't say anything. You said Allah Hafiz, and I just acknowledged it.
Yes.
Are you?
Yes, what's
Okay.
about it?
Is everything
Yes. Okay. So we can end it
smarts
this
about
call
it?
any about now. Allah Hafiz.